and the coach that have been stuck in a cave in Thailand for 10 days. James Logman, ABC News foreign correspondent, is with us. James, good morning.
Good morning from the middle of the Thai jungle.
All right, so take us back 10 days ago. How did this soccer club get stuck in the cave in the first place?
Well, this is a tourist spot. This is a place where locals, people from all around the country and further afield come to hang out. And this soccer club would come down here after soccer practice pretty much every Saturday. And they had this game where they would see how far they could get inside the cave, write their name, and run back. And it seems that during this game, there was a massive torrential downpour, and the rain comes quickly here. And so it caused a flash flood. That meant that they got stuck inside, and they are just over 2 miles inside the cave now. And they've been there waiting for 10 days actually now. And thankfully, last night we got the news that they had been found. And so now I'm sitting here outside the cave. There is jubilation, but the rescue effort is in full swing because they've got to get them out.
Now, when you say they're stuck in the cave, is the mouth of the cave fully underwater?
No, the mouth of the cave is not fully underwater, but how you've got to see it is basically a huge network of underground passageways that thread underneath this mountain, and every now and again they dip lower underground, and at those points there is more water. And so it means that various pockets of the cave get cut off from the next because there's water between them. And that's what's happened here. Their pocket, which they ended up in, is 2.5 miles in. And so it means that, whilst they've been pumping more and more water out, they've pumped something like, a few billion gallons out of that cave. There is still water in there. There are still parts of the tunnel which are entirely submerged. And so getting these boys out of there, some of whom are very, very weak indeed. Remember, they're kind of aged between 11 and 16, and their soccer coach. They're not trained divers. It took the trained and fit Thai Navy SEALs 6 hours to get from the mouth of the cave to the place where these boys are. 6 hours. So that kind of journey is not to be undertaken lightly, and they really need to make sure that the boys' fitness is up to it before they ask them to do that.
James, how worried are they about oxygen in this cave?
I think that's not been a concern because there are fissures in the rock where it seems that oxygen has been coming in. The other concern, there were pockets of carbon dioxide apparently in this rock. That hasn't been a concern either, thankfully. They've also had access to fresh water because these cracks in the rock have had this fresh mineral water has been seeping through, so they've been able to drink that. It's also very warm in there, it's about 100 degrees, which sounds like a lot, but actually if you're stuck in a cave, ordinarily the worry is hypothermia, but they haven't had to worry about that. So the conditions actually have been pretty favorable for them, but obviously remaining inside in the dark like that isn't a good place to be, and without the food they need. Thankfully, they've got rations now. We understand there are 7 Thai Navy SEALs inside that cavern. One of them is a medic. They are receiving all the help that they need and the nourishment that they need. I'm sitting here talking to you with some of these protein packs that the U.S. military often dispense to their personnel in parts of the world where they can't get hold of proper food. So they're taking things like that to them, which have the minerals and stuff that they need to build their strength back up in order to make it out of that cave. But there are 2 options, basically. Get out as soon as you can, because the weather is on its way, or stay in the cave, sit there, have a kind of a 24/7 shift work with the medics who are coming in and out to give them the help that they need, and wait for the rain to subside. But the problem with that is we're going into the major rainy season, and it doesn't end until November. So the idea that these kids could be staying in that rock, in that rocky cavern until November is one that is filling people here with quite a lot of dread.
James,
so what they want to find out is if they've got the strength to get out now.
Yeah, James, so with that, we're hearing that they're going to try some type of rescue mission tonight.
Yeah, we heard that too, and I think that is, well, I mean, look, it might be jumping the gun a little bit. We tend to hear something from the Thai authorities and then another thing from the expert international divers. So we're going to have to wait and see whether or not that is the case. The first priority, we've been told time and time again from the governor here, is to make sure that they're fit and healthy before they try anything like that. We understand that some of the boys are healthier than others. Presumably the older ones are doing better, I don't know. So, until we've got proper confirmation, we won't be able to know that for sure. We do know that they're putting in a phone line, which is going to be operational tonight, so at least the boys can talk to their parents, who, of course, have been sitting out here for days and days.
James, quickly, if it doesn't rain Are they able to pump enough water out of the cave to get the boys out?
That's exactly the hope. Even if it does rain a bit, they've dug enough tributaries to make sure that there's enough runoff to make sure that the cave doesn't fill up again like it did. So absolutely, they've been pumping. They're pumping billions of gallons out of that cave. If they can pump enough out and they can make sure the boys aren't submerged at any point, then that is what they will do.
James Logman, be safe. ABC News foreign correspondent in Thailand. James, thanks for the update.